What's up guys, it's Bradley Overrated, and today I am reviewing the game Titanfall 2. Since I already reviewed the original on this channel, I decided to go ahead and jump right back into the sequel. Just because I had some downtime in February and it seemed like a good time to do it. So without further ado, let's talk about this game now. And Titanfall 2 is pretty much awesome by definition in the regular, campaign, because this one, compared to the original Titanfall game, actually features a very specific and very focused campaign now. Huge plus in my opinion. But you play as Jack Cooper, a rifleman that is sent to help fight the war against the IMC and try to basically hold them off at a place called the Frontier, which is a star system, and the IMC is trying to basically steal all of the resources right from under your nose, and it is your job to help the resistance. Along the way, you will get a awesome cool Titan by the death of one of your captains, and his name is BT, and he is just great. There's a lot to like about the campaign. For starters, the relationship between BT-7274 and Jack Cooper is actually pretty cool. You wouldn't think you'd become invested in a basically machine talking to you, but you know what, you do. And I think part of the reason behind that is because this game actually has some really well done voice acting from people. I should also mention that the cutscenes are stellar, the sound audio is great, and even the gunplay just feels so good. There is a lot to love about this game in the campaign. Having said that, since this is my second time playing through the campaign, I decided to up the difficulty to hard, because I kind of blazed through it in normal and I figured hard will give me a good challenge now, especially considering that I am an experienced first-person shooter type of gamer. And then there are some problems that I noticed. For starters though, I just want to mention that a lot of people complain that the campaign is short in this game, and yes, if you want to go guns blazing and just roll through it, you can beat this campaign from anywhere between 4 and 6 hours, but I'm actually not too upset about it. I kind of like the shorter campaign now that I play it through my second time, because the nice thing about it is it doesn't feel like it overstays its welcome. You're always going to want a little bit more from a game like this, because a game like this is honestly just really, really good. But as I played through the campaign for the second time now, it didn't feel as short as I remember it being. But there are some definite problems here on my second playthrough that I didn't recognize or notice on my first playthrough. For starters, I didn't realize how OP I was playing this game. Your guy is basically a BAMF by definition, who can take out people firing at you with guns with just his fist alone. And bear in mind, the gameplay that you are seeing on the screen is in fact hard difficulty. And you know what was really annoying about hard difficulty? It wasn't hard at all. I'm not one who's really complaining about difficulties. I don't really mind if a game's too easy or too hard. It's not usually a valid criticism, but the bigger criticism I had in this game is the bullets. What is with these guys? Are these guys stormtroopers? I mean, this is literally me standing here teabagging the ground, and they're just slightly grazing me the entire time. They don't hit you. It was so weird, and this is throughout the entire game. It's just weird. And then another thing that gets really weird is the aim assist. I can't believe how much aim assist this game forces upon you as a player. I mean, just look how much give it has. I'm pointing all the way down there, and that's not me pulling up on my control sticks. That is the game's standard aim assist, attempting to help me out. And you know what, I get it to a certain extent that for inexperienced players, maybe this is helpful, but for anybody who's ever played a single FPS game before Respawn, you gotta turn this stuff off. It was embarrassing how ridiculously easy it makes it. And not only that is, look, I like it when I actually miss. I like to feel like I have control. The aim assist in Titanfall 2 is so ridiculous. I just didn't feel like I had any control. And I know you feel like just because we use a controller, we don't have the ability to aim well, but that's not true. We absolutely do. It's not that difficult. I've played on PC, I use a mouse and keyboard. I feel just as fine with that as I do a controller. Let me miss on my own terms, please. And then when it comes to the online multiplayer, it's fantastic. And yes, the aim assist is something that's still there, and you have to turn it on just to give yourself a fair chance. There is a way, thankfully, by the way, to turn off the aim assist, which I do when I play the regular campaign, because I just don't like aim assist personally. If I'm going to be playing a game that's an FPS on PC, I definitely want to have the same feel as when I'm playing on console. That's just a personal thing. But I just want you guys to know that the online multiplayer in this game is fantastic. There are so many different modes on here that were just a blast to play with my friends or even by myself. And I'm not a big multiplayer type of person. I don't really like getting online and playing these types of games. But Titanfall 2's was just awesome. It was amazing and I loved it. So if I could break down Titanfall 2 for you, I would have to say that the campaign overall is absolutely satisfactory. It is great. It is wonderful. It actually has some of the best level design I have seen in any FPS game. Yes, the difficulty was kind of weird. There were some serious problems with the Stormtrooper aiming that was going on. And, you know, whether or not you like the campaign, it is a little bit short, I think, for a lot of people. Although for me on my second time playthrough, like I said, I thought it was just fine. And then everything else about this game is just really, really good and top-notch, including the online multiplayer, handling your Titans, the gunplay, the sound audio, the soundtrack, the voice acting. There is a lot to love here on Titanfall 2. So I'm going to go ahead now and give Titanfall 2 for the Xbox One a very, very solid B+. It is a game I highly recommend. If you haven't tried it yet, please do so, and let's pray and hope that they will make a Titanfall 3 on my knees respawn. Keep it coming. And that, my friends, completes this Overrated review. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. So I kind of went a little bit on a tangent about the aim assist thing. It's kind of something that's been bugging me because I start to notice it the more I play on PC and on Xbox, and I want to just not have it exist, especially in the online multiplayer side of things. But overall, like I said, it's a great game. I loved it. It's one of my favorite FPS games of the last decade, so do pick it up. And that is it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys on the next Overrated review. I am Bradley Overrated, out like a trap. Have a good one.